That's rough.
Jim couldn't make it. I emailed you guys the paperwork for yesterday afternoon of what he dropped off. It came on a USB drive, so I just sent you guys the files.
Okay. Dustin?
Basically, all I got is the wellhead protection plan update is complete, so I haven't had a hard copy. I think it might be in the office or something, but I haven't seen my copy yet, so I'll check with Liz, see if it's came in. If not, I'll just request one from Fearless. Get one on file.
Yeah.
All I got.
Oh, Aaron, you wanna get this
Public hearing.
ordinances discussed and open up the hearing for this and get this and see. Move on.
I have I don't know if you guys, I have 2 copies that way when you guys vote to pass, we can sign 2 and I can drop one off at Liz so she can go ahead and
Okay.
contact Keystone to get your rates raised or whatever she has to do on there.
You guys have any questions for me?
No.
Thank you, Dustin. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, buddy.
Trish, you got anything?
You're during the public hearing, so your public hearing, you have to open it up for anybody who wants to
Oh,
comment
okay.
and then for your ordinances.
So you wanna open it up for discussion, Aaron, that's, you know.
Yeah,
That's entirely up to you.
I'll open up discussion for, our water rate, wastewater rate increase.
Take the public comment, I think we ought to do that, we can do it right now, and then we can discuss it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Anybody have anything?
any questions?
Now, why are there 2 phases to this rate increase? It's almost like we're trying to sneak up on people and raise it a little
Well,
bit now.
To answer that, what we were gonna do was raise it 5% this year, 5% next year, and 5% the year after. Yeah,
And the reason for this is,
because we haven't had a rate increase in 6 years in the water, and we haven't had a rate increase in 9 years in wastewater. And just inflation alone, you know, over that 6-year period and over a 9-year period.
So this is not because we've overspent and that we're in the negative.
We are in the negative. I'm glad you brought that up, because discussion is, we're gonna have another meeting either Wednesday or Thursday of next week, right here, public meeting for public input. And we're gonna discuss the spending. We're gonna have employees in here. We've got some material that Melissa put together for us on fund reports, detailed funding, what we've spent from January all the way to July. And it's distributed.
Yeah.
Alex is compiling the information, we'll have some of that available at the meeting, but we're gonna open this up so it's transparent. And we wanna discuss ways to,
And how many
Get
pay
controls.
raises have been included in the past 18 months?
mm,
Several.
no,
Yeah.
no there.
No.
There was no pay increases,
One.
for 2026.
Liz got one.
That's
Well,
incorrect.
Liz got one, but we didn't as a across the board give anyone a pay increase other than Liz.
Matt and Liz both got raises.
Yeah, 90
Okay,
days.
but affecting the water is probably what you're asking about, right, that comes out. of
Well, I
or
mean, if
general.
we're borrowing from the water fund to put into the operation fund to pay employees, it's all the same.
Right. But no, there was one increase, Matt gets 10% of his salary comes out of the water, 90% comes out of the town fund, general fund. and then.
Right, but I mean, you're borrowing from the water fund to put into the general, so it's all the same. You're still borrowing.
We have borrowed, yeah, I'm not gonna try to paint it on this at all. What we found, again, I wanted to be able to discuss this one topic all on this next week.
Well, you're voting on it today.
We're voting on it today.
So,
Irregardless if we've overspent, it just everything staying as is, we either raise these rates or we're gonna keep going farther and further under. Nothing else but just inflation.
Well, we cut back on spending.
We're gonna go back on spending, that's what I say. We wanna have a meeting to set this so everybody can have input and know what's going on. We're gonna lay it all out there, what we've spent. We found out, just briefly, that some money was spent that should have come out of the other utilities. We're gonna compile that so we can make some transfers. There was some money should have been spent out of the wastewater that came out of the water.
The reason why it wasn't though is because at that time, your wastewater was in the negative. So we were spending from the water to try to balance, you know what I mean?
Right, but well, there's some things that, again, once we get this all hashed out, we'll have this meeting next week, and we're going to discuss nothing but just the spending. And we'll be transparent, and if we make mistakes, we're gonna bring them out. We're not gonna try to hide anything.
My question as a resident is, I've been telling you guys that you're overspending since early 2025. Why did it take until now to finally?
Well,
like,
to be honest,
spending should be cut way.
we haven't had any fund reports for quite a while. I asked for those a long time ago.
You have a fund report every month.
No, I'm not gonna go tit for tat. I know we haven't, and that's all I'm gonna say. We got it today, and I'm not laying the blame on you or anybody. It's a compilation of all of us, okay?
But I mean, you guys have known that you've been in the negative for quite some time. You can't tell me you haven't known that, because when you borrow from one fund to put into another fund, you know that you're in the negative.
Yes, and then the reason why is because we needed to raise the rates. We should have raised the rates last year. We should have raised the rates as soon as we took office, and when we made honest about in 2024, when we took the oath of office, we should have been on the rate increase then. So the longer we've delayed it, it's compounded it and made it worse.
Right, and typically when you're in the negative, you're not giving pay raises. So you've known that
Well,
you've
for
been
the
in the
record,
negative.
we are the fourth employee, and I'm the one that sat there and told and said, do you know what this is gonna cost us? Nobody listened to me. Again, I'm not gonna blame on these guys.
No,
We're not having no blame section here. But facts is facts. I said we should wait. I didn't vote for that employee. Again, I'm not blaming on them. It is what it is. It's done. We gotta fix it now. We will fix it now. Or we can just let it go, let Indiana American buy it, and your rates will go up anyway.
I'm not 100% sure about that.
Okay,
we just
all right,
recently
what
got
we
the
do
detailed
is just
spending
default
reports.
and let Indiana.
I'm sorry?
I just recently got the detailed spending reports, and
Right.
I started going through some this morning, but I plan on going through every single bit of it since January, and I've been trying to find where this money's going, where we can cut costs.
I mean, it's
And as far as
because
hiring
we
another
tried to
employee,
expand too
I pushed for hiring another employee because
No. The
we
thing is-
spend more in one day outsourcing contracting work than we pay a quarter in a month sometimes.
As far as
But you're
expanding,
still outsourcing too, so you're paying both now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing I really like to, if we could cut out. I mean, it's, sometimes they come in for half a day and it costs $9,000. But sometimes they've got equipment that we don't have, and sometimes it's emergency situations where there's no way we can completely do away with outsourcing, but I'd really like to cut it down, to the bare minimum, because it's just costs us so much money. I was hoping by,
A lot of our outsourcing goes to boards, and then any of the dangerous jobs like down there on Mill Street where it's a clap zone. We don't have the boxes yet. They were like $40,000-$50,000. Might be something worth $40,000 or $50,000. I think that we've paid more than that, and just outsourcing the work on all that's going to clap to the top of us.
I think a lot of it is that took a look at a lot of different angles. I mean, you know, when we gotta have certain things, ways around it or other fixes that may be cheaper, you know, I mean, like I said, I don't believe there's any one of us solely responsible. I mean, like I said, I pushed to hire an employee because I thought that would save us money in the long run by cutting down the outsourcing of the work. And, you know, I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I think it's just that.
No, I mean, I think it's a lot of little things.
Well, again, let's stick to this. That police car was paid not out of any utility funds. Number one, you couldn't do this illegally. That came out of dedicated funds that could be spent for that sort of thing. So this is strictly water we're talking about. And you're right, the
We buy
wages.
two backhoes, one backhoe.
Right. Again, I'm not gonna be pointing fingers. When we first took office, I had one laid out. We didn't go down that route. I did go for the other one, not realizing that it was too small. I don't know a thing about backhoes, but I did know the dining equipment one that we had, we were gonna replace one for the other, the same size. We've been, I worked with town before, we did diamond equipment leasing for them for years and years and years, never had a problem. So now we're stuck with backhoe, we can't use it, still paying.
I'll tell Jim. Is it Jim? That's when they finally get rid of that thing.
I mean, like I
So
said,
that was a
I don't
mistake.
feel like it's any one thing.
Right.
That's a lot of things.
It's a combination.
And I for one don't wanna see, you know, pay raise, not pay raise, but rate hike after rate hike after rate hike, and then we don't pay for it,
3 years.
you know.
And then that was also my idea too, not the rate hike, but to break it down to where it wasn't
We
just
should've done it
all at once, you know, I mean,
We should've done it.
a lot of people, even myself, I think, really struggle to get by, and instead of being 15% at once, I was hoping, you know, maybe 5% each year would kind of spread the burden out. I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, it's not as bad as being hit with all at once. I mean, in my opinion, you know, I mean, that's just my opinion, but I know a lot of people are struggling, and I mean, this is gonna be a burden to them, and I was hoping maybe by spreading it out over 3 years, that it would, you know, wouldn't be a burden all at once.
We're just trying to get a better understanding.
No, I know, those are good questions, and those are questions that you deserve answers to. Absolutely, I mean,
Everything in 2020 went up 100% on materials, the price on everything. And we've done a lot of water, between water lines and stuff like that. The valves are expensive, those. Like I say, 2020, everything went up 100%.
yeah, basically, I mean, as the price of everything went up, I mean, we do need to get into spending, and we are, and I 100% promise you that I'm gonna dig through all that. I already started this morning, and you know, try to cut that out. I mean, anywhere that we don't need to spend money, we're not gonna be spending it. And the whole time we should have been trying to keep up with the rest of the world as far as, I mean, the cost of the pipe and all the stuff we need to compare these lines, and we haven't. So now we are behind.
Yeah, even on light month on bills, it's crazy right now. Light month on like utility supply to get all the parts we need for that month, it's still in. And there's been some really bad months.
Oh, yeah.
There's been
I
some.
mean, I already found a few things in there. I mean, I could get these guys to it, and I still got questions. I'm not sure if we understand the spending reports. So before I say anything, I would like to know that I'm understanding what I'm reading, you know. But yeah, I'm a pretty frugal person. I mean, I recycle everything, and I try not to spend money that you know. I mean, I live on a tight budget, and I understand. I mean, I hate to see money wasted or anything wasted, you know. And I certainly don't want to burden anybody else. I mean, in this community. I mean, and like I said, I mean, we're gonna be as transparent as can be. I mean, I don't like what's going on in the county now as far as surprises and you know, not letting people know what's going on. And I'm not gonna be be one of those people. What I know, I'd be glad to share with the community.
Yes?
Yeah, two questions. With the last employee hire, are we comparable to where we should be with employees? And is the pay rate comparable to where we should be pay-wise for our employees?
Starting out, we're not starting out much more than McDonald's or anywhere else, really. They're doing, physical labor. I think the rate is fair. In my eyes, starting out, what, is it 17?
That's I'm tracking to one.
I don't know that it's comparable to anything else in this craft, but for around here, I guess.
Around here, it's decent pay for start out.
Yes. Ray Best is sort of.
We couldn't find anybody to even apply at, $13 an hour. People make more than that at Walmart and
Nobody wants to work.
yeah, that too,
Right.
Nobody wants to work.
That's true, right? Like I said, I was just hoping by having 4 guys, then you could possibly have two crews, working on water lines and then, doing other stuff in the town and filling these work orders and stuff. Was my thought behind it, and maybe hopefully cut down on outsourcing of the work.
Yeah, he brings up a good point, and I've discussed this with Alex and Alex only. We got this water line we're putting down Glen Street right now, and it's stalled out, and we haven't been working on it, and it's been a frustration point for me, because we bought the pipe, soon 2 years ago, and it's sitting down there in the garage. We bought all that pipe, so we had the money, so we bought it. Pipe's not gonna go bad, valves aren't gonna go bad, hydrants aren't gonna go bad, but this pipe was bought for that specific project, and the project's not getting done, and I'm not happy about that. And so Jerry brought up a good point, and that's one thing I wanna suggest is, we're gonna group together here and hash this out. We got 4 people, we need 2 crews, we only got 1 operator, but we gotta figure out, somebody's gotta learn how to dig it.
You can't dig a hole and put pipe in the
No,
ground
well-
and not have a safety person.
Well,
I
the
mean,
thing is,
if it collapses, what are you gonna do?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna risk their lives
I
over
agree
this.
with that, but we need to, that's why,
Everybody needs to be.
that's why we need to have a discussion.
Yeah.
And, water taps, I know it doesn't take 4 people or 3 people to do a water tap. Now, I know a water tap can be done with 1 or 2 people with an operator and the other person. So that's not even a discussion, because I know that for a fact. The water line, I get it, you've gotta have 3 people.
If they're in the hole, when you got someone digging, you
Yeah,
have
this
to
is
have
job
it.
requires a certain
I'll
amount of
give you
force
this,
by
I'll
law.
give you this, Glen Street's been different than it was going down Buck Street, going down Wall, because we weren't fighting storm drain issues. So I get it, but
I'm not gonna cut the safety of our employees out over I can't require them to get in a hole that's get level with their head and say, just tap the hole and get out.
we're gonna have to schedule this, we're gonna have to reschedule this
I
a little bit differently. We just gonna have to.
And we can, and we'll work, I don't know how many taps there's been, but I think they said in the last month and a half, they've done 27 taps, I think they said. With the water leaks, sewer leaks, everything else, they've been quite
Well, with
busy.
those 27 taps,
And really, in
I
my
would-
mind, I think
we
we still
need to be
need
seeing-
more employees.
we need to be, our revenue should.
But God, yeah, but we can't, exactly.
One other thing.
The town used to have several, like 5 or 6 people working for it at the time.
That's just my standpoint, I don't know what the board thinks,
But like I
but I
said, we
really don't
cut
wanna put,
spending and.
there's no reason not to send somebody home
They
tomorrow.
ain't getting paid enough to get rid of their lives.
Yeah.
Direct boxes for those, and you ever think about investing in one of those?
I was gonna build one, but, you have to be licensed and certified
Those are,
to build, the box have to be from a certified.
Yeah, I understand that.
yeah, we've looked into them a couple times and it's kind of been dropped a couple times, but I wanna say they're $40,000, $50,000 for a set of boxes now.
And I could build one for
Or you
3 or 4
put the price
grand.
on somebody's life,
But,
it's
Yeah.
150.
but
Well,
it's something.
But the third person, they
That's what the
told.
safety bullshit's all about, I've been through it forever.
See, I've been watching them do that construction work down 7th Street, down to 7th, is that many Liquors? That is amazing how fast they're going with that, but they have the box, like you're saying, down in,
Yeah.
and they just pick it up and move it
Yeah.
every time.
Slide it,
They were
yeah.
just,
I mean, that's something that.
They're doing it- they're doing it.
I mean, I've seen them on the job.
That-
And you can always bench out and hold that trench back too. They do, I've seen hundreds of jobs like that.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
I've
see,
been.
the thing with that,
I
even
know.
if it's $60,000, that's something I think we need to get.
Does it
because-
give you rented or borrowed?
Well, we could 30,
Yeah.
30, we could take out water, sewer, waste, or stormwater.
I mean, I guess my question is, does farmers
Hundreds of jobs
have
that I've been
one?
on.
I agree.
Well,
Hey, we
They
can
have,
get the
so
project.
they don't have like a bunch of
Oh, yeah.
employees, they have one employee.
And then you
that's a
risk,
guy,
then
and any
you're
other
saving
jobs
the
that
person,
they hire.
you don't need somebody as a whole.
But you know, I would think that.
If you got the trench.
No, man, I tell you really,
American
public
Family
meetings
Law,
and
that's
suggestions.
the kind of
things, I mean,
We've done it with the level cert, Jasonville doesn't have one.
Yeah. So they can go on and do other shit.
Yeah, man, we could buy the steel out, weld it, I mean, everybody like weld it together, I mean, but.
I mean, it all sounds grand, but if you're already in the red,
Right,
you don't have the
right,
money for
right.
it, so it's not even worth a discussion.
Can't you
If
treat it?
if you don't have it,
No, yeah.
you know,
Oh, right.
Get blood from the turnip.
right.
But, that's why we had this discussion next week, to center just on what we talked about, so we can get some,
Are we still applying for grants and things like that?
yes.
Are we getting any of them?
We're gonna
We
dig
got
it
fingers
right now.
crossed on one of them, we should know before the end of the year, right? Okay.
We've got more grants this year than we have.
And then,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm still in the red.
We're still doing our utility master plan.
yeah, I mean, like I said, there's,
We'll do grant work for that too.
we're gonna cut spending, I mean,
Yeah, we've got this.
and unfortunately, we got to all pay a little bit more for water and sewage, I mean, it's inevitable, I mean, no matter what we cut out of this, it's inevitable we have, cause I mean, everything costs more, when we're paying out more, we have more coming in, and I hate it, I do, and I really hate it, I mean, the fact that any money's been wasted, you know, I mean, I can't say anything, cause I haven't went through it yet, you know, I mean, I know that, I mean, there's gonna be ways to cut money, I mean, there is, I mean, absolutely is. And like I said, more people will come to meetings and have ideas, I mean, what sounds great to me may sound terrible to most people, and, I mean, input and ideas are great, everybody wants to complain, but hardly ever have any suggestions on how to solve it, you know, and that's what we need, I mean.
Good example is just what Steve brought up with the box, the shoring box. That's a great example. You look at somebody that done construction for years. I never did construction. I was a clerical guy, used out in the field. It's a good suggestion. And I'm thinking as a clerical guy, I won't pay for it. We can take it out of 3 different funds, because then it's all 3 utilities. It lessens the cost.
It's safety.
It's safety, and it improves the
And
efficiency.
then you don't have to have guys standing there.
Watching the
Some of
walls.
us about not done, getting paid for doing that.
Watching the walls, cave in, you won't cave in, you can do it something else. Well, the other guys in there working and doing what he's gotta do.
Gary Steele probably wishes they had one when he got trapped in the hole too, but they didn't,
Yeah,
remember that.
he got buried alive.
you know, so there you have it.
Yeah, I agree.
So you're gonna put that's the price of a person's life?
No,
First life was a lot more than.
no, I lived through that before, I remember that. No. Especially listening to him describe how I felt.
Especially what we're gonna be getting, I mean, the ground, side there, coming apart.
I don't know who that is or what.
Who?
He doesn't remember Gary Steele.
Well, he probably wasn't born.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, but he worked for a town, they saved him, but he was completely under.
3 or 4 houses down. He's
I mean,
gonna.
he's one that got the collapse. I've heard someone talk about it a couple times, that it was like 17 feet down.
Who went to school with his daughter?
It happened on Garfield Street in Cherry.
Either that, or you have to bench the walls about 2 feet.
You know,
Trench box. I like that.
you know, we're trying not, that's why we're not paving over roads anymore that don't have everything replaced or anything, because it's,
Yeah, that's why we're doing Glen Street and put the main in, the new pipe, and that's why we did it at Wall and Buck Street and then paved it, brand new material, so. I mean, could it still leak? Well, yeah, but minimizes the chances, that's like Glenn's on
And
our,
with
that's
sleep.
on our list to do next year.
it was
pave
sleeping
Buck,
now too, so if
all
something
the way
happens, we
to-
can cut it and pull it out.
Buck water tower.
Turn
So we
the road.
replace all that main, but that's what I'm adamant, we need to get it done, you
Yeah.
know, this year.
Once you get it, you've got, and that's, it ain't going.
You know, so the guys that want to cut open the new road, you know, it's cut open just as much, you know, then it breaks 20 feet down, time to make a home, and,
Much line as
you know, that's why I said, just cut it from shut off. You know, I mean,
Well, I think that solved a lot of problems.
yeah, oh yeah, I mean,
Because we were having water come off every week.
Here's $5,000.
yeah, it's,
Right.
you can't bury it.
I know the majority of them over in Hollywood.
Say, hey, I found a trench box
I
for
mean, we have
$5,000.
What?
A trench box.
Is it, you got the DOT numbers
It said it's,
and date?
I have to do some more research in it, but it says it's certified, but I have to get a hold of the guy.
Because that guy told us that it has to have a certain.
Yeah, they have
I don't
that-
remember the number, but.
Yeah.
He
I
said
mean,
it
I
has
can
to have a
definitely
certain
call
number to
him.
be a dig box.
Anything better than nothing.
Yeah, I can definitely call and look into it, but
Yeah.
it's kind of
See there again, instead of buying one for $40,000, we could shop around, you know, and possibly go with $5 grand. I mean, you know,
So, one of the things, we were discussing these rates, but they're also, we've got, the very bottom of both ordinances. I saw, and I asked one of our employees to do some research on it. We've taken a beating on our tap fees for new water customers, so we're also gonna increase that, tap fee on our sewer, right now we're charging 400, we're gonna charge 1,000. And the same way with our water tap fees, we're taking a beating big time. They were right now they're 2,000 apiece, we're gonna increase them to 3,500, so any new customers are gonna have to pay 3,500 a tap. So we're trying to look at ways to not lose money.
yeah, and our rent, the places we rent, I mean, now we're getting taxed for them. And so, I mean, we're gonna have to raise our rents, we want to try to get rid of the properties in town that we're paying to have mowed and that are costing us money, and we put somebody there living there and paying a water bill and a sewage bill, and
Are they all up for sale at this point?
we're working them over to the redevelopment committee.
I had a discussion with the developer last Friday, and he also has another developer that's interested. And I think we're gonna tag team that four that we had out. I said, let's do some trial basis first, see how this goes, but I think we're gonna be able to sink a deal and be able to sell them.
I mean, that'd be great.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's-
We're waiting right now.
We need to sell all.
Land
We're
business.
waiting right now,
Yeah.
we're waiting right now on appraisals, we gotta have appraisals.
Yeah,
We
that's
can't
why the
just
council's
sell,
small,
we
we got
can't
90
just,
properties.
we gotta have appraisals, so I'm supposed to have 2 appraisals on these 4 properties in the next month, in the next week. Once we have these appraisals, we get it to our attorney, and then we can specifically deal with these contractors. Because they're gonna write specs of what they would do on these properties. Stick-built house, one of them maybe have to do a duplex, cause it's not very big. But
So
we-
these aren't up for sale for like private people to buy?
No, it's gonna be people that buy, when they buy, it's gonna be in writing, they got about 2 years to build a home on it, and the home's gonna be spec'd out what they're gonna do.
So is there a reason that we're restricting it to that instead of unloading these properties? that
You
are
unload
close to
them, and then anybody can bid on them, whatever they want, and you can't control what they put on it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the
they
problem.
go for weeds.
That's what
That's-
Some of these out-of-state people just buy properties like that.
That, we would
They
end
don't
up
leave
like
that
that
too
again.
long.
If we sold these,
Gotta have some
this
nice
green
regulations
space we got by the
that
community
will-
building,
within the next-
anybody and anybody.
Yeah,
could put
so why not
whatever.
just collect
So
the
you're wanting a
properties?
developer to
Yeah.
build
Exactly.
a
Well,
stick
let's
home.
stimulate
and then
growth.
they'll sell it.
Cause
Right.
we work, the
Or
population
grandma.
increases every 10 years around here, and
Farmersburg right now has, I think, 4, I think, is already pending final sale. So that's kind of the route, when I saw that, that's kind of what sparked my interest. And they're affordable homes, they're not like they're.
I mean,
Well,
we've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it, I'd just like to see us move on it.
it's
No,
moving.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
moving,
no, I agree.
it's just you have to have the appraisals, and
Bank it just recently.
You know, 'cause I mean, we've talked about it for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Too
it's
long.
been frustrating,
It's,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
been frustrating.
it's just too long, and appraisals don't take that long, and appraisals.
Well,
aren't
it's
that
finding
expensive.
somebody that will be willing to appraise it, that's the problem.
You can
But-
hire an appraiser for.
You can hire one, but if they come and do it or not, that's the problem, but we finally got to, you can shake your head all you want, I know, I've been doing it for 2.5 years, I understand it. We got finally two, we got one that jumped on in a heartbeat, and the other one is doing it, so we'll have them by the end of next week. Once we get them, we get the specs, I got these 2 contractors working on these specs right now for these lots. One of them is who you know.
Okay.
That Hunter guy?
The Hunter, yes, yes.
So he's putting, he's actually built, from my knowledge, he's actually building his home here. Like,
Yes.
got a contract with it.
He
Moving
built a
inside
brand
his
new home on
daughter.
Glen Street. He's got brand new home on Glen Street, and somebody's in it. So,
But you know what I mean, it's just, it's
No,
been
no.
a long time coming.
No, yeah, it's,
Yeah, it's been too long. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a lot easier just to get rid of these things and get houses.
yeah, I didn't know there was gonna be so many rules, you know, I mean, that's the thing, you know, it just sounds like an easy thing, I mean, when we said it, I see we had 90-cent properties, like, why, let's just give them away, you know?
I mean,
well, you do that and you open the door.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, that's what I said, I mean,
And
having other people's input,
see, with these properties, we've spent a ton of money that we'll never get back
Yeah.
to get them ready to go, and then you wanna just throw them out on the open market, let anybody buy what they wanna buy, then you can't control what they put on it, and it may be a lot worse than what you thought. And then they run back to square one.
I think we're also,
Yes, we are.
yeah, so I'm gonna have to leave
Okay, I got it.
to fill in all these holes.
You're talking water rates increasing, that means the sewer's going up,
Correct.
and the guy that goes around and reads the meters going up,
Yeah, why is that?
right?
Yeah, 'cause that's on there too.
Yeah.
Read the news times.
The electronic reading of the meters, I believe I saw that on there,
Yeah.
Oh,
which means the stormwater going up too?
no, stormwater's not affected at all. Yeah, I see what you're saying, it's the user surcharge, and it's based on percentage, yeah. Yeah. Again, the price of the equipment on the meter reading, or the radio reads went up over the years. So yeah, that's what that is. You're correct, you're right.
So the digital company, the Cinecom is
There won't be one.
We're also charging wholesale rates going up on local water, so. Any more discussion?
I mean, from what I understand right here, we can say all we want to, but you're gonna do what you're gonna do, we really don't have no say in it.
You're absolutely right.
Right.
I mean, as a collective
Dude,
council.
I would sell water works to any American.
Well, I understand that, but it makes no difference what we say out here. You four are gonna do what you wanna do, and that's it.
If they don't
I
have
mean,
to go under.
it's, I
That's
mean,
the way it
it's,
is.
I mean, it's not that I wanna do it, I absolutely do not wanna do
You're
it.
absolutely
I mean, I have to pay more too, I mean, I don't wanna see it happen,
I understand that, but
I mean, I hate it, I mean, I hate it, I mean, it's,
Come too, so I know.
it- I mean, it has to happen, I mean, and it's, I mean, if this, the price of everything costs more, and everything else goes up, and we have to pay out more, it's just, I mean,
I understand that, but you know.
No, I
this is what
understand.
You're supposed to be looking out for the residents of this
So,
town.
actually, a little bit here, it's not too relevant, but, whenever I came into office in 22, we were working on a big old project that was gonna bring the water rates up like 45% over 3 years. and that was pretty nasty. And we actually ended up turning that down because of the water rates being so high. And then now we're looking at only having to do 15. I think that's included into this, am I right? For the same water project, and it's cut down several
No,
million.
that has nothing to do with this. That has-
So we're gonna have to raise rates for that too?
No,
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying
no.
initially this project we were looking at, this
But
water
that's
project
expanding, right?
was, well, it's upgrading what we have in the ground, putting bigger line in the ground.
Gotcha.
That was a monster price on the town that we were gonna have to raise the rates through the roof, and we shut that one down. And now we're getting it for a quarter of the price now, so we got pretty lucky there as far as shutting it down and getting lucky to have an opportunity to go for round two on a much cheaper, but same project. With the government grants that they offer now.
I mean,
So that saved us
even when we're,
a
we
ton.
got this and been able to cut out, I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars a month on the spending, it's not gonna change the fact that,
The water rates have to go up.
Right.
yeah, I mean, but no, but I mean, it needs to be done, and I mean, I'll give you my word that I'll go through every bit of it, and I'll do everything I can and be as transparent, and hopefully more people come and have ideas on ways to, you know, lessen the burden. I mean, I'm open for suggestions always. I mean, you know, you can have full credit. I don't need a gold star, none of that. I mean, I want to make it easier on everybody. I mean, I do. And when I drop the ball, I mean, you know, I just sign these things sometimes, but I'm gonna go through it and
I got one final comment. I don't wanna do it either. And y'all Social Security for almost a year now. I truly know what fixed income's all about now. And I'm making the money I used to make. So, yeah, I get it.
I mean, we haven't had a dryer for 3 months. I've been hanging my laundry outside. This is the only thing I had that wasn't wet from the rain. So I mean, you know,
I think as a resident, it would be different, at least this is how I feel, and I know it's how my grandma feels, because we've talked about it several times. If you came to this conclusion and said, hey, we have cut every penny we can cut, we have laid off an employee, we have did this, like, you've tried everything, but hey, even after all of this, and we've saved all this money, okay, we still have to cut, you know, we still have to raise rates. It feels like there was no other ideas or anything else that was tried before. It was just like instantly like, let's just raise rates. And I know that they need to be raised, but what if we would have went back and tried to save some money prior? Maybe it wouldn't have to be raised as much.
well, I mean, this is a 3-year plan. If we raise it 5% and we find
I
we
think
can
you're
save
raising-
hundreds of thousands of dollars, then
Yeah, you're raising
then
them 10, okay, they changed the plan. You're raising them 10% today.
Yeah. There is a 10.
10 on the first, 5 on the second.
well, what I was gonna say was then the next 2 years, then we finally wouldn't have to.
We wouldn't have to do this second raise.
Yeah, it's
I think we
what
cut
it's
the cost
called.
out.
You know, I mean,
Well, bottom line is,
I put that in there.
they basically gotta raise these rates to keep up with the freaking inflation. Like I said, it's been 6 years of the water, it's been 9 years of this wastewater, things that went up. If you just take the inflation alone, say 2% a year, 6 years, that's 18%, 9 years, that's what, 27%? And we're staying stagnant with our rates as is.
It's the same thing Duke Energy did with theirs 2 years ago. They did 10%, 3% 1 year, and then 8% the year later.
yeah, but
And
man,
that's the same way with gas too. You know.
And then now the data centers coming, and they're only gonna go up.
It's just expensive operating a utility. We either do it, or we just let it go, keep letting it deteriorate, or we unload it and let them fix it, and it's still gonna go out, so.
yeah, 'cause last time we had a hike, it was 25%, wasn't it?
I still think we'll have
Last
to
last hike we had was 25%.
I was in
I had a little work on
Yeah.
other times.
2020.
Yeah, last one was 25%, and like I said, I thought that was a big kick to the stomach. I mean, and I didn't want to see that happen again. Like I said, if we could find a way to save enough money or get, you know, I mean,
I think there's programs we
Yeah.
can talk about.
Let's go on this, let's get going.
Alright,
So you get the first ordinance of 08-2-01, that's on the wastewater. Who's gonna be the bad guy?
I'll make a motion to raise the rates, what was it, the
You're adopting an ordinance.
Yeah. you
Okay,
make it.
now, what's the ordinance number?
Right here.
26/8/1902? Oh, there it is. I was looking at the date thinking, what in the world?
No, you want to do the first one.
ordinance 2026-08-19-01.
It's this one here, this one is the wastewater first. Environmental condition.
And where's that on this? Not on it.
I've had, it should be at the very top if you have the paper that I printed off. I think I have 01 is water and 02 is sewer going.
No, this is what I got negative. I don't.
You don't have the one, you only have 2 twos.
Okay, here's, yes.
The 08-19-01, is that one?
That's the wastewater.
Alright, I make a motion to approve 08-19-01.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Alright,
Alright.
and then, we got ordinance 2026-08-19-02, and it's the water rate ordinance.
Alright, make a motion to approve ordinance 2026-08-19-02.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Alright. So what this will do, this will be effective start September 1. Renew September 1, renews October, middle of September, middle of October. The increase will be reflected on your revenue bill. That's how that works.
Liz had a question. So
Yep.
she's printing bills on Monday. So when does she wants them to start effective, like, I guess how does she tell Keystone? September 1 is when she,
Well, that'd be the effective date, yeah,
Okay.
September 1, Chris, we won't
So
actually do
they're-
the meters until the middle of the month of
so their bill
September.
that they get in
Should be October, wouldn't it?
October will have, like, a little bit of it will be the old rate and some of it will be the new rate, correct?
No, you wanna have her get this new ordinances to Keystone, I have them get there at least on Monday.
Well, that's why I gave you 2 copies, so I can run a copy of her.
Right, to get them, so they give them Keystone,
Okay,
and then, I mean, I'm just going off our meter reading dates.
okay.
We'll make it September 1st, but they'll actually read the meters for the next billing cycle will start 15th of September.
Okay.
Then we'll go another whole month, because then Joel will read the meters at 15th of October, so that'll be the 30-day cycle. When those bills go out at the end of October, people will see it on the bills and go,
Okay.
all right, before people scream, we've got Dustin Whalen here. I want to explain this to everybody that's here. What we just did does not affect what we're going to be ready to discuss now. Doesn't affect these rates. The money we're getting ready to spend today has nothing to do with the rate increase. We've got $1,820,550 in a fund called Downtown Renovation and Water Improvements. What we're going to discuss next is water improvements.
It's what improvement?
Water improvements, and it comes out of this $1.8 million that has nothing to do with these rates. We're not spending money that we don't have. So it doesn't affect these water rates or this rate increase. And it did not factor in this rate increase at all. This money was borrowed many years ago for this specific type of purpose. So it doesn't affect what goes forward. So I just want to
Did you
explain
say
that.
borrowed?
We borrowed it, yes. We borrowed it about 6, 7 years ago.
2.4 mil.
2.4. At the time, the election came around, the county council changed. The fear was the county council, because it was rumbling, the first thing they wanted to do when they got in office was change the rate, how the edit money was distributed to all the towns. We run a population method, and it was rumored that the county wanted to change it to a levy method on calculation of how much money each town got. If they had done that,
We've been good shit.
so we jumped it and we secured this money for capital improvement projects. Yeah, we had to borrow it, and then we pledged our edit money to pay for it. Because by doing that, that locked that money in. If they had changed the levy method, that money that we had pledged to pay that loan, they couldn't cut our levy, they couldn't cut our tax rate for our edit money. So we did it just to try to ensure we had something to show for it. Well, now, we're trying to show something for it by doing this. So what this project is, we're getting ready to do Mill Street. We're gonna go from Illinois all the way to Irving. Repave it. We're putting some new storm drains. We've got some flooding problems, especially down in the senior citizens housing. This will correct and alleviate all that. That money's already been secured. We got a grant for that. We got local money that we already got committed to it. Again, does not affect the water sewer. It's nothing to do with it. It's big money. But we've got the money to do it. And that's what we've been ready to discuss. So I just wanted everybody to be on board and know what's going on. And all of a sudden, oh, thousands of dollars, it doesn't have nothing to do with what we just did. So that being said, can we bring Dustin in? Let's see if he-
Dustin, what do you want to HTC engineering?
I'll remember the last time it was done.
Wasn't that long ago? 97.
What is it? It's all picked out.
Street, 1997. That other street in this town hadn't been built.
We're on that too.
Okay, so we've opened bids for the Mill Street Water Main Replacement Project.
No.
On, August the 11th is there. We opened 3 bids, one from Dyke Brothers, one from Miller Pipeline, one from SLB Solutions. Dyke Brothers out of Evansville was the lowest, $541,602. Miller Pipeline was a little over $688,000, and SLB was a little over $894,000. So pretty big spread. Our estimate was $551,000, so Dyke Brothers is pretty close to what we put together. This includes the water main replacement along Mill Street from Illinois all the way to Interurban. Most of that is actually installed via directional drill just because it is a tight corridor with all the other utilities that we got to navigate. This does get the new water main out from underneath the pavement like it is now, so that if there's any issues, subsurface lines and things like that that need to go under. But hopefully this sets up the water main along Mill Street with that pavement over so they don't have any issues in the future, leaks, that kind of thing. The contractor has opened, they do have 60 days to get that water main installed and in service from the date that they get the contract signed, which works out well with Milestone, who is the contractor for the paving on Mill Street. We've been in contact with them a little bit to make sure that we get this work done before the asphalt plants close around Thanksgiving. This is really depending on whether December or something like that. So that's set it up. I did talk to Dyke Brothers. They do a lot of work for the city of Evansville. They do municipal water work. Their references all checked out well. And they're ready to go. I talked to them. If they get a little more today, they can start within 2 weeks. They're that ready to hit the ground running. They want to beat the weather just as much as you want them to beat the weather. So, got copies of the bids here for you guys, for your records. Does anybody have any questions about the bids that we opened?
One question, Dustin.
Yeah.
We are going to upsize the water main 4 inches to 6 inches with this project, correct?
Correct. There's actually a section of old 8
some spots that will for
And they
drainage.
need to do the whole thing, but that reason it don't drain out so damn high.
Yeah, it's stacked on
When
top
they do
of
the road
top.
project, we're going 3 inches.
Yeah, they'll shoot it, I mean, they'll, like I said, the payments can be engineered, I mean. So, I mean, all the water should be run to the drains and, you know, I mean, and the thing is, I mean, roads would last a lot longer if we weren't constantly cutting them open. I mean, you know, I mean, it's just, I know it doesn't seem like that long ago with Peg Mill Street and.
Hopefully this is the last time we have. to
That's,
do
that's,
this.
that's the point, and replacing everything underneath before we put any money, I mean, it's throwing money away by paving over 56-year-old water lines and stuff, I mean,
And then having to dig it up.
yeah,
6 months later.
yeah, I mean, once you open that up, I mean, it's just, yeah, and the drainage is key, I mean, it breaks down concrete, it breaks down asphalt, I mean, if you got water laying up against the edge of your roads and stuff, I mean, that's when they start breaking off, I mean, it's, like I said, getting everything lined out before we pave is, I mean, it's,
I think
that and all the water lines are replaced anyway, I mean, you know, and constantly, people have their water shut off and boil orders and.
I'll,
Go ahead. So I got a question, so they're gonna come in, they're gonna bore, and it's a pretty tight area, you said.
Yep.
Are they responsible for everything that happens within that bore? I don't wanna end up having to go, our guys have to dig up the sewer well because they went through it, or.
Yeah, they gotta,
Or
they'll
join.
hydro back every time, so they call an 811 locations, like you
Right.
open cut, and then everywhere there's utility, they hydro back down, spot that utility where they actually see the utility, measure down the depth so that they can avoid it. Sewer laterals are the tough one. Obviously, it depends on location of the town. If you don't have sewer lateral locates, a good boring crew should be able to feel when they hit a lateral, release a short radius pressure as it goes through.
Now, is that gonna be on us to fix that?
If it is unmarked, the town would technically be responsible for fixing it. A contractor like this, we could say, you gotta dig down there anyway, can you guys fix it? And how much would it cost to fix it if the price is
But,
reasonable?
I mean, it's something that needs to be reviewed, because if I gotta pull my guys off every day, I mean, laterals are gonna be hard to, are gonna be the hard one of it all.
Yep.
I mean, everybody's got laterals, and then they've got extra laterals, and then for us to turn around and have to pull a team to come and do this nonstop,
So
it's
you
gonna
don't,
be a headache,
so you don't have to pull, I mean, normally what we do on a municipal project of this magnitude is if they hit a lateral, we use a lateral because that's what we're talking about. If they hit a lateral, the town was unmarked, we would ask the contractor, hey, what would you guys charge? You got your excavator, you know, they're gonna have an excavator there, cause
Right.
they get 4 bits, they gotta back it down and everything. You're already there, what would you charge to dig down and fix that lateral? Get a price of, I'm gonna make it number nice, $1,000.
Right.
And then you come to the town and say, they provide a price of $1,000 to fix the laterals if they hit one that's unmarked. If it's marked, they hit it for cost no matter what. If it's unmarked and they say $1,000, you guys can say, yeah, that's cheaper than me moving our guys from over on, you know, whatever, Bunch Street, whatever equipment, they're busy reading meters, they're busy doing sewer taps.
I mean, I don't mind to get the materials, have everything ready to go, because I'm absolutely certain we're gonna get it.
Do we have materials on hand?
I mean, that's not even a doubt to me, I know that we're gonna hit laterals, so we're gonna have to have the material ready to go for that. I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, even if they hydro back down there, I mean, if they can work with us, which I'm sure that they will.
They'll work with you guys.
I think that's the biggest thing, is just being able to make it a quick job. If I gotta bring my excavator over, have the crew come unload, get it remarked for ourselves, and then dig it, I mean, it's just gonna be a nightmare.
I'm sure we can work something out that if they're out there, they dig it, and you guys have firm coats and stuff, you just pop in there.
Okay, I just wanted to see if there was anything along those lines, because I really.
We don't have anything included in there, because it's a lot of hypotheticals, I hate to put hypotheticals in the bid, because.
Well, I can assure you, they're gonna nail some laterals.
They're gonna hit some utilities out there, it's just the nature of doing undergrounds. But they've got, as long as all the other utilities are marked, then the sewer's the only one we gotta worry, the lateral's the only one we have to worry about. That's something I can.
I mean, they can hit the water line, I guess.
Do what?
I guess they can hit the water line.
They can hit it, and they'll hold it there until it gets live, but yeah.
Alright, that was my question.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to cover everything, so there's always hidden stuff that, I mean, nobody could foresee, you know, I mean, there's always hidden, especially underground, I mean.
Yeah, it's just, I know that
But having a plan in place already, or knowing what can be done, it will, you know, minimize all that.
You guys have any questions?
I have just a question. I'm assuming if you're working with the town, if you hit lottos, you guys are then aware of it, now you have it on your plan in all respects.
Yeah.
Right, we can ask.
One more thing I ask, anything, any utilities that, if you provide that, we don't have inspections, we don't have anybody out there all the time, but if you guys say, hey, they hit a lot, or I'll use, at the intersection of Illinois and show us where it's at, why that's where it's at, once we give those to you guys, that way you got a record of where the new water main is at, and you got a record of any other utilities across that can help you guys. Hopefully never have to dig it up.
Oh, yeah.
And for some reason it did, you'd have records, or for 60 years, something like that. That's a really good point. So if you guys are wanting to proceed with the project, I have a copy of the notice of award. I guess you can read it, and then there's a motion, and then by the it says we're gonna, if you guys want to, when you make the vote, you'll award to Dyke Brothers in the amount of $541,602. Then we send this on to the contractor along with a blank copy of the contract. It's a standard contract that all engineers use on stuff like this. We send it over to the contractor, so then they have 14 days, 14 days, if we're off the top of my head, to provide the signed contract back along with the performance payment bonds, not the insurance that we require. That's protecting you guys and the bonds. So they provide that back, and then once we get that back, you guys can sign it, and then we're good to start actually construction. So, I would ask that if you are going to move forward with it, you approve the notice of award, you make a motion, and you also make a motion that one of you is allowed to sign the contract once it comes back from the contractor outside of a meeting. That way we don't have to wait 30 days. We don't have to schedule a special meeting just to sign that you want.
I'll make a motion that we accept HWC Engineering recommendation to Dyke Brothers for $541,602 on the Mill Street water main replacement project.
I'll second that. All in favor?
And I'll make a motion to allow Aaron Lewis as town council president to sign all necessary documents that pertain to this project on behalf of the town.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aaron's good.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
I did get in contact with the guy at Trench Box. If you guys need to get invoice, discuss it or whatever, it's $5,000. Give me all the details for it. It's never been used. They use it for this kind of work for the town he works in, and they will deliver also for next week. So put that up for discussion if you guys want to get one. That would be probably $6,000 or $7,000 of delivery, I'd say.
Where's that at?
One's in Alabama and one's somewhere else. I found two of them. I mean, they'll deliver or pick up one or the other, but they said they'll send a whole invoice once they go over it. We'll go over the details, but I told them to talk to you.
Yeah, send me this to my phone and I'll show it. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot better than 10 times that.
Yeah, and then they said it's got the spreaders, and then you can also cut the spreaders off if you need small, and it's still certified. If you cut the spreaders off, and you can call the company if you need it extended, all that. I mean, like you can pretty much the size of that, it can go larger or smaller.
What size are they, is it?
I think I was like 36 something. I mean, I'll give you the guy's number and you can call him, but he sped off a lot of details.
Yeah, there's more than I ever thought about a set of boxes.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
you got,
Thank you very much.
I live marketplace.
is Aaron signing what he's got to sign?
Yeah,
I think Aaron decided to copy of that.
And don't forget.
It'll be right in front of you.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, who was that contractor?
Dyke, what was it?
DEIG Brothers. Lumber and Construction Company.
Where they out of?
Evansville.
Evansville?
Yep. And then I'd like to get a schedule a pre-construction meeting if you guys want to attend. Anybody from the council wants to attend, they're more than welcome to. We'd like to have that at town hall. It should just be me and one or two people from the contractor and then whoever from the council wants to attend. I didn't know your guys' availability on August 25th, 27th, or 28th.
Which is what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or what?
25th Tuesday, 27th Thursday, and 28th Friday.
Okay. Wednesday, Thursday would work for me.
Thursday be my best day.
27th works for me. Is there a time preference? I know you guys don't like early.
No, it don't matter. It just depends, like last night I worked till, I went to bed about 6:30.
Earlier or late would work better for me, that way it's not, I don't have to stop work.
Yeah, you guys tell me the time and
Yeah, it hit it.
us and the contractor will figure it out.
8? Is that too early?
That's fine with me. That one. That's fine with me.
We do 8 AM on the 27th, if
Yeah.
that works for you guys.
Yeah.
And if we get access to town hall, that'd be perfect.
Both of them on both of them. Okay. Sign them all.
And then I'll send out an email copy of this after I get it scanned in.
Okay, thank you.
I need to sign? Okay.
Chris, you got anything?
Yeah, I got lots of
And
you.
those need sign.
I only went twice, but maybe, if I could have this sign sheet, what this does is this just shows the, agencies that we're submitting, funding requests for, that you guys were here and we are. So, kind of talk a little bit about the comprehensive plan, you guys have funding from OSHA regarding that. We did get that reviewed by Okra. So the steps for that comprehensive plan, and it's for all three utilities. Consultant work with you guys, with, your staff and so forth, to develop this plan. The plan has to be approved by the state. So the state's done their first review, sent it back. We have, quite a few updates and things that need to be corrected. A lot of it's formatting, the state's got their own way of doing things. And then we have all that down. I sent that to all of you, gentlemen, and now turning to my input, so I did send it to Okra for the second review. So currently we are at the second review. Once Okra feels that everything is they feel and it covers everything that it should cover, then we can go forward and you as council can approve and adopt it. And we'll hold a second public meeting and that'll be it. Okay. To help you with community input, Rod has put together a utility plan circulate for the community to fill out as to what they think the priority should be. Okay? You guys know what's going on in the utility, they know what's going on out in their yards.
Yeah.
So we thought it would be nice to have them, give you a little guidance as to if we had to pick one utility over another, what would it be? Would you rather do the, the treatment facility versus the piping? That's really what that is. If anyone here is interested, I do have hard copies that you can fill out for us. The other thing on this particular grant is we were supposed to have, you guys were supposed to have adopted, this month. And with Oprah's delay in reviewing, we would like to request a time extension to October. Just to make sure that if Oprah comes back with more updates, it gives you guys time to respond, and then you can hold your public meeting next. If that's all right, I've got a letter that just states, it allows sufficient time for Oprah to review and for you to address comments, revisions, provide us time windows, and gather more feedback.
Yeah.
So, if you're all right with that, we've got 1, 2 here for Aaron to sign.
Okay.
I don't know if they, and I'll sign it and you can slide up too. Slide out to the Any questions on that? Any questions on the comprehensive plan? In the plan, it does state, the problems and priorities, or the recommended alternatives. Obviously, the first one they do for all 3 of them is, if you have no action, this is what's going to happen. So yes, I was very interested in the discussion on the Indian American. It was discussed in the utility plan as to why that would not necessarily be feasible because of the potential cost to the town. So buying the water from them would cost more in the long run. Any other questions? Sign that. Okay. All other items that we're working on, is in holding patterns now until we get reviews.
Sounds good.
Sounds good?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see what Virginia was, Salt County Youth Director, Jimmy Cole, Corporate Jim.
Would you mind me spell
You
that?
sent me a resolution that they've been using, that other towns have used, the whole resolution. We also sent, I got some email that Melissa sent, you got the mitigation plan, which I appreciate you did that, putting the PDFs together, so you should, all that. Okay. But, he did follow through, sent the county's mitigation plan, to review it. This resolution is basically would be adopting the county's multi-hazard mitigation plan for 2026. What Jimmy told me was all the other towns have signed on, adopted the resolution. He said if a town does not do it, then disaster would happen, say like a tornado, federal government's gonna look at the counties, of course, their mitigation plan, and then they're gonna look at the respondents that signed on for the mitigation plan. So Shelburn would not want to participate, that's our free right to do that. But if we have a tornado come through and wipe out something, we probably want to get federal funding from FEMA, because we didn't adopt the mitigation plan of the county. So that's what this resolution would be, adopted the mitigation plan of the county put together.
What do they want from us?
Is that current?
Yeah. It says, resolution of town of Shelburne adopting the Sullivan County multi-hazard mitigation plan 2026. Whereas the town of Shelburne recognizes the threat that natural hazards pose to people and property within the flood plains. And whereas Sullivan County has prepared a multi-hazard mitigation plan, hereby known as the Sullivan County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan 2026 in accordance with federal laws, including the Robert G. Stafford Disaster Relief and Emergency Assistance Act, as amended National Flood Insurance Act 1968, as amended the National Dam Safety Program as of amended, and whereas the Sullivan County Mitigation Plan 2026 identifies mitigation goals and actions to reduce or eliminate long-term risk to people and property and local government from the impacts of future hazards and disasters. Whereas the adoption by the town of Shelburne demonstrates its commitment to hazard mitigation and achieving the goals outlined in the Sullivan County Hazard Mitigation Plan of 2026. Now there it be resolved by the town of Shelburne, Indiana, that section 1, in accordance with the local rule of adopting resolution, the town of Shelburne adopts the Sullivan County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan 2026. While content related to the town of Shelburne may require revisions to meet the plan approval requirements, changes occurring after adoption will not require it's got here the city of Sullivan, but it should be town of Shelburne to re-adopt any further iterations of the plan. Subsequent plan updates following the approval period for this plan will require separate adoption resolutions.
Mark that out, it's a Shelburne.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure, what do they want from us?
They want us to adopt that we sign on to their overall county mitigation plan for the county.
I didn't get the.
Do we have to pay?
I think that it's.
Yeah, I mean, what is our contribution,
Well,
basically?
the cost is if we choose not to, again, it's voluntary, we do not have to sign on to their mitigation plan. But the cost could be that if in the future we have a federal, a disaster, we may not be eligible for federal funding from FEMA.
I understand that, but up front, they don't want nothing.
No. It's just mainly that it's unanimous approval by each county, each
So
local unit of government.
They're not changing anything in town, or whatever. I'm curious.
I didn't get a revision, so I don't.
See, we've been under a mitigation plan prior to that. I think the first one was in like 2022, so we've been under the county's mitigation plan for about 4 years, and probably you guys didn't even know it.
No.
Quite frankly, I'd forgotten. But they've had to update it because federal regulations changed, so they had to update theirs.
So there's nothing we have to build or,
Have you seen the application?
there's nothing we have to do to be compliant? It's strange, but.
Yeah.
I know it took, he had a committee, oh my gosh, he spent probably 3 months with committees. The towns were represented, I can't remember who on our town represented, maybe it didn't be, I don't know, it was so many years ago. We had a county commissioner on it, county council, I think, yeah, they had all facets.
Oh, man,
Did any- did you get this one through? Look at it. I don't know really what it is.
Nothing.
135 pages. Oh, no, yeah.
I was gonna print it for you. and I went to print it.
Yeah, it's like no brainer.
I didn't get to crack it open.
Usually there's something you have to do.
Yeah.
other than just signs.
So we just need to adopt it basically, is all that you're saying?
Yes,
You just covered it?
yes.
I did read something that I didn't
We
really
can't retract
understand.
it if we redid it next month and decided something we don't wanna do, right? I mean, it's at as bad as the weather's been, I don't wanna render the town.
Well,
But at the same time,
Especially if it
at
costs
the
us
same
nothing,
time,
we have to do
I
it.
didn't get a reading, especially with 135 pages.
More about three.
Yeah, they're not gonna want us to do something later, or?
It's almost, like, okay, you adopt or be under the counties or you do your own.
Yeah.
And then that is a lengthy process just to get FEMA to accept it and all that kind of stuff. So, you know,
Our hands are tied to go to the county either way.
if you have, if the county's got it, then you have the right to say, hey, mitigation, you guys, hey, we're part of this, you need to address our issues too.
So it's like Big Brother.
It is Big Brother, it's absolutely Big Brother. But when they hold all the money and we have a disaster,
A lot of people just don't even.
well, here's how I look at it.
From-
Here's how I look at it. We represent, the town, we represent the people who vote us in office. You go and say, we can do it our own, and then we have a tornado in 3 months. And we didn't sign this, and then we've got all this damage, and we can't get any money for it.
I just wanna make sure I understand what the sign is.
It's a key factor right now.
I like all the good parts, I
You
want to
never
make
get
sure.
something for nothing.
Yeah, that's
Some kind of
what
speculation about it.
I just wanna make sure that,
He does write a lot of grants and he does do a lot of stuff there in the EMA.
yeah,
Or the EMA.
I mean,
I'm sure this is all granted through the EMA.
Yeah, I read through probably 40 pages of it, and I didn't see anything. But that was the first 40 pages I ever read ever. There's 135 pages.
Kind of
but that's
book.
what I'm saying, we could just slip in and 135 pages. I mean, who's gonna read all that? That's a.
Well, apparently nobody is. If
I read the first couple.
Apparently the city Sullivan did something.
I look at it, the city of Sullivan, which is larger than us, agreed to it. And again, I think it's just that,
Sullivan agrees with it.
I know the process he went through 4 years ago when he put this thing together, and it was lengthy,
I just make sure we
Chris is
give
saying
up
it's
our first
very
born
lengthy
child or
process.
something for this. Some things seem too good to be true, and I just wanna make sure that,
well, I'll make a motion to adopt it. I'll let Melissa sign a resolution number 2.
2026-8-19-01,
Sounds good.
that work?
don't we already have that?
No, we have ordinances.
Okay, alright, I'm just,
Can you run that by me? 2026
-8-19-01.
Okay. I make a motion, we adopt resolution 2026-8-19-01, a resolution of the town of Shelburn adopting the Sullivan County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan 2026.
I second it. As long as I don't have to do anything special, I'm alright.
I don't know. I'll read it. All in favor? And Jim, he does a lot of good work for the county. He actually works for Shelburn.
Yes, indeed.
I didn't know
I have
that.
to read it. Watching up is crazy.
Yeah. Come on, kidney or something, you know?
Jay, would it be okay if I go ahead and do my stuff, because I will have to sneak out early to get to work if we go while you guys are
Floor is yours.
signing that stuff?
The
Alright.
floor is yours.
Let's start with, I got some invoices real quick. I got 2 from Baker Tilly, one is billed to the sewer utility, one is billed to the water utility, each are for $11,000. And just for the completion of the utility rate study and the preparation of the ordinances. So I just need a motion to pay and then tell me where you want to pay them out of.
Can I ask a question since you said that?
Yep.
Can we afford to take both invoices and pay them out of that?
Yeah.
Do we have enough money
Yep.
to cover that?
Yep. I just wasn't sure if you wanted to edit or if you wanted it out of that 2.4, like if you want it out of there or where.
I would rather take it out of edit if we have the money.
Alright.
Since you say that, I make a motion we pay Baker Tilly, $11,000 for the rate study preparation of the sewer rate ordinance, and the rate study of $11,000 for the water rate study out of the edit fund.
All in favor?
So I just have one question, so, but we had to have this study in order to raise.
Yeah, that's where our numbers came from.
Yeah.
If we'd have been making up numbers, I'm sure somebody would have.
They told you how much to raise them, basically, or that you needed to raise them, though we
Yeah,
already.
they studied it on
They
that.
charged $11,000.
Well, more than that, but that's just the balance. Alright, you ready for next? Alright, next is a, invoice that Matt just put in my box last week. It is past due from January. It is for Lexipol, Lexipol. It is for a Police One Academy annual rate of $432.60. Normally, if it's something that we've paid before, I just go back and look where we paid it, but he says we've paid it before. I went back all the way to 22 and we've never paid that. So either it was called something else, or maybe he paid it before, I don't know. But I just need to know again, approving to pay and where you want me to pay it out of.
What is it?
It says Police One Academy annual rate, and it was for 4 of them, and it's $432.60.
Is that their yearly training, maybe?
All I know is, like, I don't know, we've never paid it before, so I don't know where to pay it from, but if it's for reserves, we are not responsible for reserves, we are only responsible for town
That's
marshal.
one thing right there, I need to know what it is.
That's why you get the bingo for it, every month.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have no problem paying for something that I know what it is, but I mean, that means nothing. I mean,
How much is it?
$432.60 for 4 of them, so whatever it is, it's $108.15 for 4.
like I said, we pay for Matt's 108.15, but,
They're still our deputies.
It doesn't matter, we're not a police department, we're a town marshal's office, we
it
only
sounds-
have budget for town marshal.
It sounds like that it was training,
Yeah.
so my recommendation would be pay it out of law enforcement continuing ed.
Okay.
There's a balance of $2,595.73.
that's basically what it is.
Well, that's what it says, it's law
Police
enforcement
education.
education. I make a motion, so it's like $430-some, so I make a motion we pay it out of law enforcement continuing education fund 2508.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Alright, next on my list is 2 invoices for Marlowe and Sons. One is for $3,625, one is for $1,800. The $1,800 one says it was Joy Road Water Service, bore with no back ream, and then 6 hours of labor work. The other one is saying boring with standard size head, and excavation, and then 8.5 hours of labor work, though they did not put the location on that one, so I'm not sure.
That one's more than likely because the Joy Drive just came in, we just bored that the other day. And then they also bored, under Walnut Street for us to not cut that road out, to continue the water line down Glen. That'd be Walnut and Glen. But that'd be both the bores.
So,
Yeah, both of those are bores. That one, the $3,000 one could actually come out of that 1.8 million. It's for a downtown improvement, is it not? I mean, we're putting that water line in, we had to have that road bored.
oh, yeah,
I mean, I would say that
yeah.
it should definitely, and then the other, how much was this, second one, first
One
one?
was 3.
There was 625 and 1800. 1800 said Joy Drive, so that's not downtown.
Yeah, they should have paid a water, tap fee, or a bore fee on that. So it should have been paid for by the customer.
Yeah, that should have been billed with the customer.
So, they paid the $2,000, or I don't know how much it is, the bore fee
Well,
on
we
that.
still leave it because it's not enough, but, yeah, they should have been billed, we got,
Is that in our ordinance?
our water rate ordinance, we got a section for, line taps.
Well, I mean, that's how much it's
If
gonna
it-
cost.
Now, if they had to go across the road, and our water line's on one side of the road and the customer's on the other side, then I think in our ordinance, it's time and material, whatever that cost us, plus the tap fee.
We
So
need
they
to
would be
review that
good.
because we can't, if we're not charging that, we need to be.
Well, it's time and material, our ordinance has been there, it's in the ordinance, the tap fee on the other side of the road, of course, that's what line tap is. It's time and material, so whatever we had to
Right, but it's
cost,
not-
that should be billed to the new customer. We should need that. Now, we won't need the tap fee because the materials are less than what we charge the tap fee, that's why we're raising the tap fee. But yeah, that should be paid by the work's already done.
I think there's a standard board fee that we have, and I don't think that that's anywhere near the ballpark of what we're planning.
We don't have a board fee, we do have a tap fee,
It's a tap fee.
unless the fee's called something else, but I know when I put in money that Liz gives, or the numbers that Liz gives me every month, there's no board fee.
Yeah, I'll talk
I
to
do
Joel. I mean,
enter
if
that.
it's $1,800, it sounds like we're really losing out if we're paying that. I mean, that should be to the customer to board under the road.
Well, we do the work, but then we charge the customer for the work we do.
Right.
Oh,
Right, I mean, that's all part of the thing, but if it's not there, then they're not paying it, there's a big portion.
I'm just
Do you know how many boards we've had?
I'm thinking that the line
It's
tap,
not.
the line tap, that's
Right.
already in the ordinance, so we should be collecting the money. We're not, see, again, this is what needs discussed next week. We're missing the boat, we're losing tons of money that we shouldn't be losing.
The 3625, then you guys are comfortable paying out of the fund 2403, the downtown fund?
Yes, that was,
Can someone make a motion? for
yeah, I
that?
make the motion, what was that number, I'm sorry? The 2501?
No, 2403 is the
Oh,
fund,
24.
and the amount is for 3625.
Yeah, that should come out of that.
I second that. I make a motion to pay.
Alex made a motion.
Second that.
All right,
All in favor?
so the second one, it's like 1,800.
Yeah.
That is strictly water, correct? That came out of Joy Drive, that's what we're down there.
Joy Road Water Service. So if I'm understanding correctly, Alex, you're saying the tap fee that they pay when they set up a new tap, this could pay for that? Because if so, you could pay it out of, because like the tap fee goes into a specific fund.
Yeah, there should be
Sure, there should be one.
I'd have to ask Joel, I could have swore there was some sort of board fee of some sort that they add on.
All these tap fees goes right in the water.
Oh, I know it's not the
we
same
should
place,
check.
but maybe it's just a different line item then.
Yeah, I'm not exactly for sure, but I thought he said it was like an extra $800 to board something, but if it's $1,800 to do a board, then we're absolutely losing.
So,
But,
what do you want me to do?
we need to look.
I mean, we need to pay it, we hired him,
Yeah.
but, technically, I think it needs to come out of, that one you just said.
Well, the Joy Drive, that Joy Road, that's clear down there.
Yeah, you can't,
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
downtown.
that's our water main, we do a ton of boards down there,
Yeah,
a ton.
those houses are starting to be built.
Yeah, down on the west. Yeah, it's,
6 inch.
I mean, they're stacking houses in, and we're boarding it all the time, but if we're losing, I wanna say that, I'm not 100%, but I think Joel said it was $800 to do a board. But if it's $1,800, we need to adjust that next
It's
month.
good, this says, bore with no back ring can accommodate up to 2.5-inch conduit.
Yeah, so,
1,500 bucks, so whatever it was, we paid 15, and then the additional 300 was for the labor to assist the operator.
yeah, so, they, drilled through, pulled a sleeve through, then ran a, 3/4 inch line through it.
Okay, so do you wanna pay that out of water?
I wanna pay it, let's take it out of water depreciation for that board.
Can we?
Yeah,
Okay, I need a motion for
so
that.
I make a motion, we pay the 1,800 plus water tap fee, or the water board, from Marlow, from Water Depreciation Fund 6103.
I second that. All in favor?
As long as it's legal.
Okay, that one done. Okay. Which one do I want to do? Let's do Boot City. I have a invoice for a buck folding hunter's knife for $229.99. That's down to you.
Sean broke his knife.
The price of paying that.
It's an awfully expensive knife, isn't it?
I'll sell you mine cheaper than mine.
He called me and said he broke his knife, he was working on something. book a knife.
Well, that's a fool when they pay that much for a knife, a pocket knife.
Yeah, I think I paid $25 for one.
You can buy a new one for $50 anywhere.
It says on the invoice approved by Aaron, did you know how much he was spending, or did he just ask for it?
You say you're gonna do, say you get a new knife, so you broke yours up, okay.
You gonna get it engraved in gold or what?
I don't know.
I would have been finding out before I approved the paying for it.
How much is it?
230. 229.99.
That's crazy.
That's stupid on you guys' part to pay.
That's a lot of money.
That's
I'll save
ridiculous.
mine for $100.
Gonna be-
Sounds like a lot of money to me.
That's a brand new plate in it.
Okay, for mine.
And Buck will replace it anyhow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did.
$100 and I'll sell you a whole bunch of it.
No kidding. I've had 2 or 3 blades replaced in mine for nothing.
I wouldn't pay it.
I wouldn't get silly for paying.
If you're hurting for money that bad, why pay $300 for a knife?
I agree.
That's stupid.
Through our account too.
That's where two fools meet if you do that.
I don't know what to do, because it's actually through the city account, through our account.
Yeah, it's our bill, he
I mean,
charge,
it's lazy.
charge our
I
account.
told him, said he'd go through
I'm
mine.
charging on our account, and I think you might be
one.
responsible.
Did you get a bill for it?
And receipt down
A
there.
receipt?
The bill is a receipt, yeah.
I paid
Where did you buy it?
Through the
There's
city.
another thing.
No, I don't see what
Yeah, you don't buy them anywhere.
Do what?
Which city? I don't know how to put it in.
I got turquoise and
Well, too, like,
That's what it
Yeah,
says.
pay a portion, like what a regular knife would cost, and then you can.
When he told me that, I was feeling like my knife, $25, $30.
Yeah.
Did he have the approval to go charge that to the town?
He called me and asked me, I broke my knife, and we had a new one at Blue City. I didn't realize it
I
would be.
think I did want to see the old one.
Yeah. Sounds
I
like.
didn't realize it would be that much.
No, I don't either.
There's something we can learn from. I know we're spending too much money on, but it is 100% on our account.
Why didn't they just turn it into you guys and say, here, I need this replaced?
Is it his personal knife or his, like, is it town knife that he broke?
I have no idea.
So if it was his personal knife, yeah, that's,
Well, you're a fool for paying that for it, I guarantee you that.
How about, yeah, I'll talk to him.
Yeah, let's table that for now.
alright, can you contact our ground?
I mean, it's,
Tune in next time.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately though, in reality, it is 100% on our account.
Yeah, I'm glad to see.
Right, but that's because they're allowed to go charge whatever, just like they buy coffee pots all the time, you know what I mean? Like, that's part of, you guys have to either learn to say no, or learn to say, hold on a second, let's investigate this, like, you know what I mean, like,
That's the whole idea.
yeah.
Yeah, let's go get him carrots and.
I'd say they have to have approval or somebody.
To pay $300 for a buck knife for a $50 knife, yeah.
Okay, I got 3 more things, so fly through them. Next one, so there was 9 properties that Matt hired someone to come in and mow. I'm assuming he probably wrote ordinance violations they didn't clean up.
Right.
So a couple things. One, I'll need approval to pay them, where to pay them from, and then on top of that, so I guess what is the next step that you guys want to do? Because some of these properties have already been mowed a second time because they started, you know, now since this started, because this mow, well, he billed August, but I think the mow was like mid-July, early July. So like it's going to, you know what I mean, like it's gonna snowball some of these properties where you're mowing them maybe 6 times a season, you know what I mean, like, and we're gonna have a situation. So right now, your total for all of them all passing out is 2,200 for the 9 properties.
So-
and that's not all of them, there are some properties that were not touched.
I know in the ordinance, we've got phase that we can do. I don't have it in front of me. But we need to go after the property. We've got bills, incurred. I would suggest after the mowing season over, each property that we've got bills that we've actually paid with the invoices, that we send a letter to the property owner, giving them X number of days to pay it. If they don't pay it, then we're gonna file a lien on the property, and we'll pay it, we'll get it.
Can we not do that after every time they mow, every time we get these
Well,
bills?
it's
Because
getting costly.
I mean, we don't do it every year, and every year we keep Matt comes in, those properties,
I was gonna
we
say,
need to
this
start,
is-
we
this
need
has
to
been
start
talked about
now.
for
I think we need to start putting liens on the property and then stacking them.
Processes, I don't know what's been followed, not been followed through, but it's there. We put it in the ordinance.
Well, we talk about it like this every year. and then
Well,
we
then,
never-
who's not enforcing it?
Yeah.
Us. So we need to,
Well, that's what I'm saying, and we need to start, I mean, it's right in front of us, I
So
said,
I
we
thought-
should go to the next step, I said we go to the next step, we start
I
making
talked to
liens.
Farmersburg, so the way Farmersburg does it is same thing, they go, give them a ticket, or they give them a warning, they give them however many days, then they go and clean it up. Then the town marshal takes this, and they fill out some sort of a form, and then it goes to the courthouse, and then the courthouse then puts it on.
well, we have to do the process to
You
lien.
coming?
They won't do it. I mean, they got the forms, but we'll have to initiate the lien and do it ourselves.
You're gonna want.
I said we start stacking them. We got 9 properties that we just mowed, that's 20, how much?
$2,200.
$2,200, let's hit that, and then when
The
we mow
mowing
again.
guy said a
we'll hit
couple of
them
them
again.
hit it a second time, but he hasn't invoiced me for this.
Did Farmersburg say about how much it is to do that?
I didn't ask.
I mean, might as well, I mean, if we're gonna keep incurring, I mean, but if we do it and we get it going, they'll either lose the properties.
Either we can start finding somebody to pay.
So,
We
Melissa-
could write with
Yes, sir.
our.
Can you email me
We're
the
building ourselves.
invoices that we owe, the properties that have been
Like
mowed?
the 9, is what you're saying? The 9 invoices right there.
Yes, send them to me,
I can do that now.
and I'll make a.
Is it all the same owner?
Probably. I'll make a meeting, I'll set up a meeting with Matt, we'll go over this.
Okay.
And if you could pull the ordinance for me and send me that too, and then him and I will discuss it. I'll work on getting the liens on this thing, we'll get this thing
I mean, if
started.
there's gonna be inquired cost per lien though, I want you to be able to walk in
Well,
there.
we can
get
tack
it,
that
and
in
then-
on, you tack that in on the damn cost of the damn.
Right, but we're gonna have to pay
And
up
make it
front.
so expensive, people.
I want you to be able to
say,
walk in
"Hey,
the courthouse, turn in the paperwork, and get the liens attached. I don't want
That's
you to have to come back in a month and be
That's
like,
what you do, that's what I'm saying. You go
Can
and
you
you try to
send
do one for each
Farmersburg County
invoice.
Marshal
Alex, you try to do one for each invoice.
something? And I know
You
2
ain't-
years ago,
you don't need
this
to
was
do this
brought
every
up.
week.
You're gonna be.
So I'm
Matt
saying,
was
get
gonna
them
do
all.
it.
Boom.
And I
Yeah,
think
but
we
boom,
were
right
gonna
out
do that
of the way.
then.
That's last year. We had it right now.
So
Give
the
me
last
your-
time that we did this, which was
that's the property.
2022, I paid out of the edit fund. Is everyone fine with paying the 2,200?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
And
make
I'm
a
just
motion
gonna,
to pay that out of edit.
But if, when you get time, if you can email
I
me.
just emailed it to you, literally just now. You
Okay,
have it,
cool.
yeah.
If you can find me the ordinance, email me that. I'll set up a meeting with Matt. We'll get on this and we'll get this done. This-
The
this is-
ordinance should be on our website if you're talking about like, is it, you're just saying like inside of our like town ordinances?
Yes.
Yeah, so it should be on the website. But if you can't find it, I can try to
I'm
find
gonna
it.
have to excuse
Okay,
myself.
Alex, you
I've
made a
got some
motion,
filling
yeah.
all the holes with Pepper roads.
Okay, you have a
Motion
second?
real quick, you wanna vote?
Yeah.
Do you have a second? Alex?
I'll second
A
that.
second.
All in favor?
Okay.
Does that take care of everything for you, Melissa?
I got two more, sorry. Alright, I'm gonna pass this down to you guys real quick.
Just fill me in there.
Skip,
I sure will.
here's two
Thank you.
more.
Alright, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Alright, so on the first page, this is your budget, so like next thing's budget. I highlighted clothing allowance for town marshal. We are budgeted $1,500 a year. Does everybody see that on the first page?
Yep.
Okay, flip it to the second page. Highlighted again, you'll see in that first column going down, I highlighted current. Again, our budget is $1,500 a year. Flip over to the next column that I highlighted, it says expended year to date, $4,057.53. So we have overspent in that, okay, 170%. Okay, so again, to be clear, that is clothing allowance for town marshal. That is not clothing allowance for his reserves. Whenever Doug brought in reserves, it was made clear, if you wanna pay for things for the reserve, that's why they created the Reserve Association. I have invoices from a clothing place one is for $399.98, one is for $1,017.72, and then another invoice for, what looks to be maybe bullets, for $352.90. That I don't think, for one, you're already over appropriated by 170%, but for two, we definitely, that's not our responsibility to buy his brand new reserve $1,000 uniform. So in the past, this has been brought before the council, but we tell them the same thing, like that comes from his reserve money. You guys have did that before, but then you've kind of backtracked, so like, again, I'm hoping showing you the numbers of where we're at, you understand we cannot afford to keep doing this. Like he's gotta pay for that on his own. I mean, the bullets maybe, you know, cause I mean, maybe they're his too, I don't know how that works, I don't, you know, that's a
Yeah, that's
question.
the purpose they started the bingo, extra money from the paper stuff.
Yeah. I think we need him here to talk about this. I don't
Yeah,
know.
can't believe they paid $300 for that. I think it's.
Well, I'm not sure what there is to talk about, we're
How
already
old-
over
How old are these invoices?
I think it just came, I'd have to look at my email, but they're recent, because you guys just hired that guy at the last meeting, I think,
Yeah, right. 728.
7/20. Aaron's got him, I'm passing down to you.
Okay, that's fine, I just was wondering if it was recent.
Yeah, it was the guy you guys hired at the July meeting?
Yeah.
Let's,
That's my code.
just for speeding things up per se, let's make sure Matt is at this meeting, and while we're talking, let's set this meeting up for next week. Now, so we can, this, I know it's water and sewer, but this falls right into this is spending that we need to get under control, irregardless if it's water or sewer. So we need to discuss this too, going forward, so everybody's on the same page.
So you want me to table these? You want me to-
Yeah, bring them if you can, and if you can't be here, you know, send them to me. I mean, again, I know these are crazy meetings, but we need to
No, I
get a hold of
agree.
this, you know what I'm saying? We just
Yeah.
gotta get a hold of this.
And I agree it needs to also happen for town as well, because
Right,
it's,
I agree.
it's happening across the board, not
I
just.
agree 100%. So you got the meeting set up, you got this 27th for reconstruction, that's on a Thursday. I can do it on a Friday. I don't see why we should have a 2-hour meeting, I think an hour with your material and everything, you know, we should be able to knock it out in an hour and a half at the most. I don't care, I can be here, you know, whatever, but, can we meet on the 28th on Friday?
Yeah, everyone else available?
Every day, morning or evening,
Or morning?
I will have to take off work.
See, that's what I
Are you
hate.
available in the afternoon?
I mean, if we're gonna start at 9 and you're saying 1 hour we're done, that's fine, like, my boss
Okay.
isn't gonna care if I'm 10 minutes late, but.
That's,
10 is
that
perfect.
seems to work, so why don't we make it at 9 on that
9
Friday?
AM on the 28th,
Yes,
and we're gonna try our best to keep it to 60 minutes.
right, well, we're just gonna narrow this down just to, spending. We're not gonna talk about
Okay.
roads or water line extensions or
So,
mowing
do
people's
you want me to
properties.
advertise it then as a special meeting? That way, like, I explain, like, no other topics, just a special
Yes,
meeting to
that's fine,
discuss.
yes.
Yeah, we don't need 70 topics, we've gotten in so many different topics today already. We need to,
Yeah, and then we can discuss this with this. Yeah, if you can bring those invoices. We'll discuss this with Matt and get this thing settled one way or the other. Yeah, I think you're right. Matt needs to be here for this. We don't need to be, you know, making decisions. I wanna hear his input too. But then I like what Mark Sam said too. We got a reserve fund, that bingo. I know that bingo makes money. So, that was the idea of that.
Well, and when they're donating,
What?
stuff out of that.
That's
fund,
true too. Yeah,
They
that's a
have-
good thing. It's a
So,
good, I'm
you know,
not,
that's
it's a
what
good
it was
thing.
designated for,
Right,
was for
right.
their own stuff.
I mean, I already seen how we can transfer money to cover this, but I wanna get it back.
That's kind of why we're leaving the bingo stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right.
Yeah, because otherwise if they just.
They could, yeah, it's a good thing. I agree with you.
Okay, last thing is a resolution number 2025-29. Oh, okay, that was not supposed to be 19. Sorry, 1902. Jay, you asked me to pull up a resolution, or create a resolution authorizing the transfer of fund between funds. So I'll read it really quick. Whereas the Town Council of the Town of Shelburne, Sullivan County, Indiana has determined what is necessary and appropriate to transfer funds from general fund to the downtown building maintenance fund for the purpose of providing funds for the maintenance and upkeep of the downtown buildings. Whereas the funds to be transferred are currently held in the general fund 1101 and are associated with revenue account 1101-620 rental of property. And whereas the Town Council finds that transferring these funds to the downtown building maintenance fund, Fund 2209, is in the best interest of the town and will provide funding for the intended maintenance and upkeep of the downtown buildings. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Council of Town of Shelburne, Sullivan County, Indiana, the following transfer of funds is hereby authorized. Transfer of funds from General Fund 1101, Revenue Account 1101-620, Rental of Property, to Downtown Building Maintenance Fund, Fund 2209, in the amount of $20,910. This transfer is authorized for the purpose of funding the maintenance and upkeep of the downtown buildings. This resolution shall be in full force and effect upon its adoption and passage adopted this 19th day of August 2026. So I went through and I added up all of the money that was collected from the beginning date to just literally this month, well, July, sorry, to July. And then added those up, put in a report, and then that was the number 20,910. So basically we're just moving it from a line item from general fund to a transfer, to a regular fund.
I got a question about that all the way around. So now we're getting hit with property taxes on these.
Yes.
And we're sending all the money that we collect into a maintenance fund. Is that maintenance fund gonna be able to pay the property taxes on these buildings?
Can we amend that? Give it another, and amend that to where,
Because I mean, if we,
well, it's maintenance,
we
it's
can't,
also,
we can't collect the money and then not
You wouldn't
utilize it.
amend this, I think you would amend the original, or you would amend, the original resolution where you created the fund, because when you created the fund, you specifically said,
Yeah,
it
we
is
might-
for the maintenance of the
yeah, we're
building.
gonna have to amend
So
that.
you're gonna wanna,
So, but it says maintaining the building, right? In the ordinance? The original ordinance? I think the building maintenance.
I think so, yeah.
Well, maintenance would cover, maintenance is generally, property tax is maintenance.
Yeah.
So, and I'm getting with the
Take a look at it,
redevelopment
so make sure that it's paid. Yeah.
it's a gray area.
But
I
yes, we could, I could bring to our September meeting.
Bring
I
in
could bring our
September
original,
meeting,
we'll amend
it,
it to include
right.
or just maybe we'll make any fee that relates to that building, including property taxes. Or
Right, I like that, yeah, because we're gonna meet with the redevelopment commission next month, and we're gonna discuss the two leases we have, the green building and the, interurban building. We're gonna revise those.
Okay.
We're gonna reflect this property tax in that, that's gonna increase that lease payment.
Okay, now Aaron just told me when we were sitting here that you guys sold the bank, so we also need to
We
figure out.
sold it?
that's what he
Officially?
said.
Pretty much, it's pretty much done.
So we'll need to figure out, like, are you taking that money from there and also putting it in this to help that? Is that going, you know what I mean?
Where'd the
I mean,
money
not
come
now,
from that we bought the bank? Put it back to that came from.
Probably edit.
Send her to edit, in my opinion.
Who bought the land? Or what's it gonna turn out to be, anything?
Massage parlor.
Well, I know it's crazy.
No, Miss Katie, partner.
Oh, yes.
Partner.
I missed her.
Kevin Hutchinson is buying construction man.
Okay, so are we okay with going ahead and making that transfer, or do you wanna wait and do this all together?
Can we do it all together?
Yeah, I think we
We can't just cram money into accounts and not be able to pay our bills. Whatever.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay, I'm just double checking. Oh, no, I do have one. No. Okay, I need to nail down our dates for our budget hearing and our budget adoption hearing. So looking ahead at September, our current town council meeting is scheduled for September 21st. It's a Monday. Are we still, I know at a couple meetings ago, Jay said we would probably be moving some meetings. Is that still work for everyone? Do we need to move that?
It doesn't matter for me, I don't think.
Can we have it in the morning?
Can we do what?
Can we have it in the morning?
On the same day, 21st? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You have to get a hold of Opie to verify.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
I got no space.
September 21st, 9 a.m. will be our regular September meeting, correct?
Correct.
Here at Community Building, okay. And then, is everyone okay with doing the budget hearing on that day for the 2027 budget? Is that fine. I just have, when I put it in the gateway, like I have to choose a date, so, I mean, I can change it, so if something happens the weekend, I'll be here, not a big deal, I just need to have an initial date to throw in there. So are we good for tentatively saying budget hearing September 21st? Okay, and then looking forward, again, I have to just throw in a date for the budget adoption. Is everyone, right now it's showing our regular meeting October 19th, 6 p.m. Does that sound, I know we're a couple months ahead, but does that sound correct? Are you wanting to move that one in the morning?
I can meet in the morning.
When did you say in September was?
I can't vote on that.
September 21st, 9 a.m.
That's too far out.
That's so fun.
Okay, so, Jade, I'm sorry, did you say yes for the morning that day?
I can meet in the morning. that
Okay,
day,
so is everyone okay then? I'll just put that in there, that way I have that date to put in the gateway, but if we change it, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we can change it.
So, yeah, we can. I just, that was like one of the first things you have to put your votes in. Okay, so, October 19th, 9 a.m. community building, and that's gonna be for our regular October meeting, and the budget adoption. Okay, next is, Jay, I don't know if you have a list, but I have people asking, is 503 North Delaware Street and is 219 West Jefferson Street going to be cleaned up?
What were the addresses?
503 North Delaware is next to where Katie Pugh used to live.
I don't know if that was on the list or not.
It's got like chunks of concrete and then trees and grass and leaves growing through it.
What's the other one?
219 West Jefferson, it is, the old stuff property.
No, those are new ones, so we're gonna have to
Yeah.
submit.
I don't know if anybody's even living there, that one's.
We have to submit a letter, that was not.
219 West Jefferson, 503 North Delaware. Okay, that was all I had.
What's the update on the, cleaning up the 1010 West, or Madison Street?
I plan on having
Is that one I
bids,
got?
sealed bids, when we meet next month, and that's one of the properties.
Okay, cause I knew you said they was gonna tear the trailer down.
That's one of the properties.
Pretty close.
I don't know.
It'd be on the backside of them.
I remember you talking about it, I wrote it down, and met with Matt. We sent
Yeah,
out-
there's been people going in,
We
that's right.
sent that specific property you asked about, that's the one, so I don't remember. the-
know the general
1017
area,
West
but-
Madison Street is on here. Is
Okay,
that what you're
that's-
talking maybe?
that's-
1010 West
1017.
Madison,
Okay,
right
this is-
next to me.
Okay, this is 1017 West Madison.
Okay, maybe
Looks-
that's the address.
Looks like we paid $450
So-
to get it cleaned up, if that.
Those are different sides.
Cause there's been people going down out of the trailers, got broken windows now.
Yeah.
Across from where I gotta just put that new house,
Okay.
in that area.
You gotta be real close to right there. I mean,
Right across the road?
I have to go look.
What are the chances of getting something done in here where it doesn't echo so
They're working
bad?
on that. I think that's ceiling tiles right
Is
now.
it?
Tile coming out.
Okay, okay.
That's in progress.
Is that it?
I think I've been on the.
That's it. in progress.
Okay, I've got two things, one thing basically is a combination. This is CCMG 2027 call for projects. It's basically doing projects for next year, for roads, and also it will be to do seal coats, to crack seal the streets that we've already done in the past, keep them from deteriorating. Aaron and I met with Scott Krieger with HWC Engineering, who's been doing our CCMG projects. And we went through a list. We had him go out through the town and look at the roads that he thinks we need to put on this list for crack seal and projects for next year to repave some streets. Don't have that list in front of me, but we did go with, we did put the streets on it, but I can't recall which ones they were. But he did. Anyway, what I'm getting at, this is a commitment letter for 2027. The estimated applied project cost $435,000. That's for the estimated streets for next year. And then the crack sealing, he's looking at $90,000. The town's commitment would be $87,000 for the streets for next year with an 80% grant. And then the second letter would be a cost estimate. Be 15,000. No, the streets would be 90 for the crack seal. We would have to apply, 3,000. Let me just read this. The estimated cost of all of our wide projects is 15,000. Shelburn is committed to our match of 3,000.
That's for the crack seal,
Yeah,
and then 87,000 for the streets.
exactly. Right. So it'd be a total of 90,000 we would be committed for 2027 to do these. I looked at the numbers we had in the fund report you got, and the thing is with this, we're committing to it, but it's actually by the time you spend the money, we're a year away from doing this. So that gives you an entire year. We're still collecting all the money from our road tax, gasoline tax. So most of that 90,000 is going to be there by the time we have to commit to pay a contractor.
Yeah.
So it's not like we got to pull this money next month and pay it. It's a year out. But we have to put the application together, we got to put the commitment letter together by September 30th, or we don't get funded for 2027. So if you want to do streets for next year, and then do the seal coat cracking, with the streets we already got, now's the time to do it.
Is that the 2202 account you're talking about?
Actually, this would be a combination of NVH restricted, local road street, we've got a tax.
Do you have anything coming out of those right now?
Not really.
I mean, what we pay, oh my gosh, is it HWC? What we pay them every month, like, we have them on contract to do all that stuff with CCNG, like, we're paying them still for this CCNG round, and
So technically, there's enough money in there right now.
Oh, well, we still gotta pay the 90% for Mill Street and,
we have.
I say that's good enough.
that's coming out now, but what I'm saying
This
is,
will be next year.
we won't do this project until next year. That's even if we get the contract awarded, if we get the money from NDOT, which I think we will, we're 100%, we've never been turned down. But the money, that's 90,000 we're committing today, you're not gonna have to pay it out until probably August of 2027.
Oh, okay.
And you've got a whole year, this money just keeps coming in every month. So what you're spending down now, it'll replenish in a year. Yeah.
So you need a motion to start the application?
Mm-hmm. And for Aaron to sign these two commitment
I
plans.
make a motion to submit the application, one for 87,000, one for 3,000.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aaron, if you can sign those, I'll get those back to Scott Krieger, and then I'll send Melissa copies of those, so she's got it for her records.
You have the accounting stuff that you were working on?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think I totally forgot about that. The vouchers?
But I'm
The
gonna.
vouchers and, yeah, I totally forgot about payroll vouchers and the vouchers. I spaced that. I mean, he did have it, I'm just saying, I forgot that we hadn't worked on it.
Melissa, make that a general meeting. I know, I've said we're gonna talk nothing but spending, but there's another couple things that I gotta run across.
Are you talking about on the 28th?
Yes. Just make it a general meeting, that way it's covered. One way or the other, this meeting is officially closed.
Well, do we need to approve these real quick?
Can you vote on it?
I make a motion to approve the allowance documents and claims.
I second that.
We've done all the damage here.
Is anybody gonna question that bill from
They tabled it.